Earthquake, Nepal 2015. Background research. Alex Hare, Colin Walsh, Juan Perez, Braxton Rushing, and Kane Middle. When, where, and why? So the date of occurrence was April 25th, 2015. The time was 11:56 a.m. in Nepal Standard Time. Where? It was at the epicenter near Gorkha, Nepal, approximately 77 kilometers northwest of Kathmandu. Why? The tectonic setting. It happened due to the collision between the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate. Convergent plates have resulted in significant amounts of tectonic activity in the region, which led to the seismic activity.
So the human impact of the event. This was a devastating earthquake that caused approximately 9,000 people to die, and more than 22,000 were injured, and about 750,000 houses were damaged or destroyed, as well as displacing 2.8 million people. Much of the infrastructure in central and eastern Nepal was gone, including important temples, monuments, and health centers. This damage and destruction would be felt for years to come.
Environmental impact of the event. What was the landscape or climate change? Widespread landslides, ground cracks, surface displacement were all brought on by the earthquake. In impacted areas, a significant portion of the land underwent shifting and subsidence or sinking. Because of the tectonic movements, land in some places arose or sank, causing elevation changes. Was wildfire effective? Affected. Numerous species were relocated as a result of the earthquake's extensive devastation to natural ecosystems, including as forests, rivers, and hilly areas. Animals found it difficult to find water and shelter as a result of vegetation being crushed by landslides and falling debris. Three, were there effects local, regional, or global? Locally in Nepal, especially in the valley, in its inverse, the effects were most notable, along with the local displacements of residents. There were widespread damage to roads, buildings, and infrastructure. Four, which Earth systems were involved? The lithosphere, or outer shell of the Earth, was the most important Earth system under question. A tectonic plate collision between India and the plates resulted in fault movements and release of energy, which in turn generated the earthquake. The physical alterations to the terrain were induced by the shaking of the ground.
Other relevant info or lessons learned. In the aftermath of the devastating earthquake, the monuments and historical buildings were not only rebuilt, but were also strengthened for any other upcoming earthquakes that would come. Surviving structures were also repaired and strengthened. 3 billion was pledged to Nepal to help with reconstruction and support for civilians and families. And India was the first to respond with aid and help.
Some other relevant info we found relating to this earthquake was a total approximately of 60 countries plus the European Union donated and or helped with the disaster effort. Also, Nepal is still somewhat recovering, and in 2020 they had three-fourths of the houses livable again. So it took an extremely long time to rebuild the country. And the last thing, an increase in effective communication systems were necessary in order to ensure timely delivery of aid. Communication was needed between the government agencies and international relief organizations. And then these are our three sources. Thank you.